So I knock on the door and, you know, this guy answers the door. This tall, young, 24-year-old dude, brown skin, you know, not bad looking. Answers the door and, I'm like, what's up? I ask, where old boy at? He say, oh, he at work. I'm like, oh, okay. He asked me if I want to come in. I say, yeah, he said, you Tripp? And I was like, yeah, how you know? He was like, oh, he told me about you. I was like, oh, okay. That's what's up. I'm like, who is you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm his boyfriend, I'm like, oh. So now it all makes sense why he was stalling me out and, taking so long to get the ticket and just, it was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
I know you see me on the television. I know you see me on the YouTube.
But you don't know me in real life, little homie. You better play it cool.
Love you, cousin Tripp.
If you don't like me, then do somebody. You mad about it, then do somebody. You broke nigga, then do somebody. You ain't getting bitches, then do somebody. Do somebody. Do somebody. Do somebody. Boy, you better do somebody.
The thing that I noticed first off the bat when I got into the crib is that everything had changed. I mean, the furniture was moved around. I mean, it was like new curtains up. It was just a whole different setup and aura and feel to it. I felt like a stranger actually going in, you know. So, I set my bags down and, sat down. I think I went in the bathroom. I noticed that the other room had, some of his things in there. And pretty much I really didn't have a place to really be in there, So I'm chilling, and as I'm chilling there, the dude just started asking me questions, asking me all types of questions about old boy, does he have a son? Does this, just that? And I'm pretty much like, well, what'd he tell you? And he was like, well, he told me he did and this and that. And I was just like, well, you need to, if that's what he told you. And he was like, well, I don't believe him, because of this and because of that. And I was just like, he was coming to me asking me questions, and pretty much the questions that he was asking me was pretty much the same lies that he told me when I was 24 and we first got together. So I knew the whole thing. I kind of was feeling like, damn, like you telling this person the same shit that you told me back when I was his age and when we first got together. And it's just like, you would think that a person would have, got some new lies or, learned from experience that you shouldn't tell the same thing. But I just was like, I still have a certain loyalty to a person. I'm not going to tell nobody's business and be like, nah, this and that. Whatever y'all got going on, that's between y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I do know this person, but I really don't know you. So we talking and I'm talking. So I'm like, so what is y'all, that's your boyfriend or something? He was like, yeah, we dating. We seeing each other. He explained to me that they were seeing each other, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And he was like, yeah, but he think that he gonna break it off with him. And I was like, why? He just started telling me all types of weird things that he had been finding out and things like that. So I just was like, wow, So as the, days went on, I had my studio equipment set up in there. I'd be in the back recording and doing my own little thing. He would come in and out. Oh boy would be going to work, and a lot of days he would be left there with me. I'd be smoking and doing music. He would always come around me like, I rap, can you put me on the song, or can you do it? And I'll be like, or he'd want to smoke with me, like, and it was just like, I'm here with the person, so I just didn't want to make things awkward. I said, yeah, you can smoke with me, He wanted to, rap. He'd let me hear some bars and stuff. I'd give him advice like, oh, that's hot. You need to do this, though, do that, and he'd work on it. He'd be writing his rhymes and doing stuff like that. But every time I smoked, he'd try to come around me, and it was cool. I just didn't want no awkward situation going on. He would constantly tell me about old boy and what was going on with them and things like that. Also, I noticed, a lot of times when old boy was gone and at work, he would be leaving and dipping off. Somebody would come pick him up from in front of the house and they'd be gone doing their thing, and he'd come back later and stuff like that. So I just thought it was weird, the relationship that they had. He did tell me that, he didn't want to be with him no more and things like that. And I'm like, why? And he was like, he been acting mad weird since you been back. And I'm like, what you mean weird? Like, we used to, lay in the bed and cuddle and watch movies, and we used to do things together and laugh and just do all types of. Now he just don't really say much to me since you been here, and it's just very awkward between them. And I'm just like, well, I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going on with us. You free to, do what you do with that. So things just got a little crazy one day, and it was just a regular day, so as usual, you know what I'm saying? I could see the tension and things like that when he would come in from work and see us together talking and having a good time. I don't know what he expected it to be, but I don't think he liked the fact that oh boy was taking a liking to me and wanted to be around me so much. So whenever he came home from work, it would be a little bit awkward sometimes, Oh boy would, get up and try to go in there and entertain him or whatever the case may be. But this particular day, he comes in and we back in the back because I had my equipment set up in the back, like a little part of the kitchen, like back in the back. And we were smoking and doing music. He was listening to me lay down some vocals and stuff. So a boy came through the door. We heard him come through the door. We even heard him when he pulled up in the driveway. So he comes in, he slams the door and just got an attitude and, things like that. And I'm looking like, your boy tripping, he just mad because I'm back here. What I was like, man, you should go over there, and talk to him or something so it won't be no awkward, Mind you, this is the person that I have been with for, 6-7 years prior to all of this, So I knew the person very well. They was in a new relationship. But like I said, it was just awkward the whole time. So, they talking, he saying something, he come back like, well, he got attitude with me. And then, I'm like, okay, well, oh boy just started saying some crazy stuff, like going hard, like at the mouth, like, what y'all, like, I don't even know exactly what he was saying, but I pretty much was like, I know you ain't talking to me, And he was like, I'm talking to whoever. And I was just like, man, like, chill with all that disrespect. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna talk to me like that. You already know what it is. Like, I'm not with it, And I don't know, y'all, but stuff got crazy. I got a phone call, and the dude from down the street who was boyfriends with his friend lived a few doors down the street. He called me and he was like, what you doing tonight? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I don't even know, but I need to get out of here. He was like, why don't you come, go out with me? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, but I think I'm going to do that because old boy over here tripping and I need to get out the house. So he was like, all right, I was like, I'll be down there in about, 10, 15 minutes. He said, bet. So we hang up the phone. So, I go get my shirt and find something I'm gonna wear, whatever the case may be. And I go back to the back, same area where my studio stuff was, set up at. I set up the ironing board and the iron. I plugged the iron in to get hot. And, a boy still gapping off the mouth, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like ironing my shirt. I kid y'all not. I'm standing there, and the next thing you know, he just comes right there and just stands right next to me, and there's some golf clubs right there in the back, right on the side to where I'm at. He picks out one of the golf clubs and just hit me so hard across my back with it. I mean, I never in my life have been knocked off my feet or knocked out or anything. I mean, the first hit literally just knocked me to the ground. The next thing you know, he's standing over me, beating me with the golf club. Whack, 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 whack. Had to be about 4 or 5 hits. I mean, I literally was like blacking out. Like, I didn't know what to do. I really thought that they was gonna kill me in that moment. Like, all I knew was that I had to get up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I gotta get up or this person is gonna kill me right here. So I get up. I make my way to my feet all the while I'm struggling trying to get up. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with it trying to get up. You know what I'm saying? I get up, and while I'm, you know what I'm saying, he's steadily hitting me on my back. I got up, I stood to my feet. He got the golf club like this, about to hit me again. Only thing I could do was grab the arm that was right there. And I cracked him with the arm. Right across the head, man. And he dropped the golf club, you know what I'm saying? And just blood just started running, you know what I'm saying? And he was running, ran out the kitchen and ran around the dining room, and he just collapsed. And I'm still in shock, you know what I'm saying, from the whole beat me with the golf club thing. I mean, like, literally, if somebody hits you that hard with a golf club in your spine, it just, like, literally it just knocks you off your feet, like. But I guess I came back to reality when I seen him, pass out on the ground. I look and I see blood just running. I just run out the crib and I run down the street to his friend's house. And I ain't got no shirt on or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this nigga just hit me with a golf club. Somebody go help him. Like, he on the ground, like, bleeding, like, and they was like, what? And I was like, yo, go help him. Like, so they was like, all like, what's going on? I was like, help him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was worried. Like, I didn't know what had happened. Like, literally, I was just like, at that moment, I forgot about myself and really just was thinking about, like, somebody go help him because he fucked up right now. So they all run down the street. I run down the street behind him, and by the time we got there, he comes to the door, and literally, like, his whole face, everything is just covered with blood, and he was just like, don't come back here. Get the fuck out, bitch. You going to jail. Just like cussing me at from the door, like, don't you ever come back here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, literally in the twilight zone, man. Like, I really couldn't believe what had just happened. I tried to go closer to the bed. He was coming out like he was trying to come at me, and they was like, no, chill, trying to stop him. I was standing there for a minute, and then I heard like the police sirens and, coming, and I ran, because I had a warrant for my arrest, and, everybody, even the old boy was like, yo, you better run. Like, if they catch you right here, you going to jail because you look like you the aggressor in this situation. I was like, yo, he hit me. They was like, you better run. I take off running. Dropped my phone. So I didn't have a phone at the time. and I'm just running. I didn't want to run, you know what I'm saying, on the main street. So I'm running like behind houses and bushes and just like, you know what I'm saying. I get to a place where I could see like the ambulance and the police cars in front of the house. And I'm just like, my God. I mean, I never meant to hurt somebody that I cared about. But I mean, what else was I supposed to do? And now I feel like I'm in a bad situation because I have a warrant for my arrest. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my phone. They done told me don't come back there. I'm running in the streets. I don't have nobody here, you know. Damn, like, could it get any worse? That's what I was thinking, like, could this get any worse? I watched and watched until, you know, the red and blue lights finally just, you know, went away. I seen them driving down the street looking for me. They couldn't find me because I was hiding, you know. Once it was clear, I went back and the dude that was there, the boyfriend, I was like, you know, he came out and he was like, you drop your phone, and gave me my phone. I was like, yo, what's good? They was like, they took him in the ambulance. He went to the hospital, you know, and he was like, you want to come in? I was like, nah, man, I can't stay here. I can't stay here. After that, it's like, no way I could be here. You know, I was heartbroken, man. And it just seems like all the years of the little abuse and things that would happen, the slap here, the fight here, you know, the crazy situations that we've been through had just all just accumulated and just came to this one point where I really felt like I could have like lost my life or been paralyzed or something, man, like, or really killed somebody or hurt somebody in a way that I never meant to, just from just that quick. It just turned that bloody and that crazy. I knew for a fact that I could never be there again, you know. I didn't have nowhere to go. So, you know, I end up calling this one guy that I knew and told him I got into a fight. I was like, yo, just let me stay by your crib tonight. You know, he was like, okay, I'll come get you. He came and got me. You know, took me back to his crib, was like, you know, putting alcohol and stuff on my back. Like, I told him to take a picture. He was like, yo, it's a whole golf club, like, print on your back. I was like, what? He was like, let me take a picture of it. I mean, he took a picture of it and you could see the whole shape of the golf club, man. It was just like crazy, you know. I just, you know, knew from that point on that I had to make a change, you know, and no matter what I had to do, I was willing to do it at that point because it had never got that bad for me. It was like, this was a place I can't come back to no more. And I realized that, and I realized that I had to make a change. And the one thing that I needed to do to change it was to get my life back in track and get back in control of my life. And the biggest thing that had me crippled and paralyzed was that warrant that I had in Cleveland, man, that I was so fearful of, that I was running from for years. At this point, I realized that I needed to turn myself in. And I didn't care if I had to do 3 to 5. I didn't care how much time they was going to give me or what position I would have been in after I got out. I knew that was the first thing I needed to do. I knew that I had to get my license back. I knew that I had to be able to go around in the community without being scared of being pulled over. I needed to be able to be in LA without being scared of going to jail and everything that I worked on being taken away from me, because I could never really be free as long as I got that following me. So that's what I decided to do. You know, I said, I'm going to go back to Cleveland. I'm going to turn myself in. And when I get out, maybe 3 years, a year or so at the least, I could just start over new. So that's what I did, man. I I went to Cleveland, told my family that I was turning myself in jail, and I hung out with them, kicked it with them for a day or two. They was telling me, "You sure you want to do this? Like who turns themselves in?" I was like, I gotta do this. I remember the day, I told my brother to take me down to the Justice Center. It was a slow ride. I was just quiet, like, yo, I can't believe this might be the last time I'm seeing y'all for a while. It was a cold night, no cars on the street. It was dark and windy. I got out the car, man. I walked into the Justice Center. It was just me. I remember walking up the steps. Whole Justice Center was empty because it was late at night. I made sure I went late at night because I didn't want to have to deal with, daytime and all that craziness. It was 2 police officers there. I walked up straight to them and I was like, I think I, got a warrant for my arrest and I want to turn myself in. They was looking at me like, really? Like, who does this? Like, it was like, well, if you have an ID or something, we could check for you. Gave them my ID. They was like, well, have a seat. They was nice to me. They was just still looking like, who, what? They looked my name up and was like, yeah, you do have a warrant for your arrest, we could take you to the back. And I was just like, let's go. The officer was like, wow, like, we never had anybody, just walk in and turn themselves in like this. Like, what made you do this? I just was like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired, man. Tired of running, tired of everything, And in that moment, I felt proud. I ain't give a damn if I was about to do time. I ain't even think about it. I ain't care, man. I just wanted my life back. And that's what I needed to do to get it back. Hey, man. These crazy story times, man, ain't just because I want to tell y'all my business. It's because I really hope that I can inspire somebody through the stories that I, been through and what I lived through. A lot of people be in the comments judging me and, saying this and why didn't I do this or why didn't I have that? Man, it is what it is, What I see myself is I see myself as a strong man, not a victim, I never was a victim because no matter what situation I went in, man, I would go the hard route. I don't give a damn if you try to kick me out, want to put me out, want to fight. We could do whatever. If I don't want to do something with my body, I'm not going to do it. You're not going to force me into doing something or make me feel guilty into doing something. Or I'm not going to do something that I don't want to do for something from you. Oh, you think I'm going to let you give me head so I can stay with you or mess around with you for a radio show or none of that. I'm going to just take what I got. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be what it's going to be. Stand firm in what you believe in, man, and don't never jeopardize that for nobody. I turned myself in and I was proud of myself, man. I mean, it was a whole crazy situation after that, but it turned out way better than I could have ever imagined, and that was the steps for me getting myself back, If you in an abusive relationship or if anybody ever put hands on you, I don't care if it's a push or smack or, a little tap that y'all might think is a love tap. You got to get out of that situation because I promise you all it's going to do is get worse. All it's going to do is get worse. And the longer you stay, it's pretty much saying that you okay with the craziness. People lose respect for you when you stay in situations that you should get out of. They just feel like they could walk all over you. This is my last story time, for the year, and might be my last story time on YouTube, period, man. I done shared a lot with y'all. I think I'm going to do story times for my Patreon family now. The people who really there to support me and, really care to hear these stories, versus just random people who could just click on it and, you know, add their opinion. But, you know, I really love y'all, man. I thank y'all for watching, man. You know, it's just, I hope y'all get something from it, you know. I'm your favorite cousin Tripp, man. This is Tripper Plug, man. If you new to the channel, please consider subscribing. You know, if you like the video, thumbs up, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. I love y'all. I hope y'all be in prayer, and I'm out.